J.A. Adande did not exist when he was at the Medill School of Journalism, as he does now, and joins us here on the Rich Eisen Show as the co-host of the Dream Team Tapes podcast. Good to see you, J.A. Adande.
Great to be on with you, Rich. And it really came full circle, right? Because you were gracious enough to host some of our students on our Medill Explorers program when they came to L.A. a couple of years ago.
Anytime.
And I know they came out and spent some time. And it's funny, Rich, one of the things I tell students, including our students, is that very little, if nothing, that we do now existed when we were in school. So, no, there was no director of sports journalism at Medill, just like there was no podcasting being done, just like there was no social media.
Yes!
None of this stuff existed. So, but really the point I'd like to make is that learning the fundamentals, if you master those, you will be able to adapt to whatever platform is still to come, because probably whatever people are doing 10 years from now doesn't exist right now.
No question about it. No doubt about it. I mean, it was just basically go cover something and then write it up as if it was an actual newspaper. But the Washington, D.C. quarter that I had mentioned was real stuff. Like I was working for real television stations that contracted through the school to utilize me on Capitol Hill in a way, for my credit, that they wouldn't be able to spend money to have an actual correspondent there in Washington, D.C. And it was invaluable. It was absolutely invaluable, the stuff that I did. And to be honest with you, one of the reasons why I went there is because Schefter did. And I saw what he was doing and what became of him, you know. And so pretty cool stuff, you know. When I went to, because I saw what he was doing at the University of Michigan, and so I went to Medill and I saw some other people get through it. So I wanted to get to, you know, what Adam Schefter was doing, quite frankly, you know.
And for the undergraduates, when we would do our internships, we didn't have sports options. I got to do some sports. I was lucky. I was at the San Bernardino Sun, San Bernardino, California, and I got to do a couple Laker and Dodger games. But you couldn't do sports full-time. And now we have the opportunity for people to do full-time sports internships as undergraduates in addition to doing sports stuff as graduates. So the world has changed a lot, Rich.
Well, look, if there's anything I could do, you know, I'm not just saying that on the air, you know, I'll always be about it, you know, and of course, squash the hopes and dreams of those that I fear could take my job. So I have no problem doing that.
Don't be a hater, Rich.
Well, I got to teach them the real world stuff, Jay. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I got to do. You know what I mean?
I'm holding you to that. You said it on the air, so I'm holding you to that. We can go back and I'll rewind and replay this if you ever try to weasel your way out of this commitment.
I will never do that. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.